Hello everyone, in today's video I am back for the fourth and final cash stuffing for the month of January. So this is going to be the last cash stuffing for this month. Definitely stay tuned because I will have my unstuffing and bill swap for the month coming out shortly. I will be filming that probably today or tomorrow, so it will be coming out in the following week. But I did really quickly want to reintroduce myself. I do have quite a few new subscribers, so welcome. Thank you so much for subscribing. But just to kind of give you guys the rundown, I am a cash-based and zero-based budgeter here in Texas, which means that every dollar you see here, it does have a purpose in my budget. I am also a bartender. That is my job. That's where all this money is coming from. And if you'll notice on my channel, all of my cash stuffings have different amounts. The reason being, I have extremely variable income. It does change week to week. So in these cash stuffings, you will notice that I have savings challenges as well. So you will find those on my channel. I actually have some new ones coming in that I ordered off of Etsy. I'm very excited about. There's some new scratch challenges. Also, you'll find cash unstuffings and bill swaps. And I have cash stuffing dedicated totally to my bartending tip out as well. So if any of that interests you and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. But in today's video, we are stuffing a total of $1,000 worth of income. Now, let me go over my daily income with you guys. It will not equal $1,000, but I will explain why here in a second. So Tuesday, I made $139. On Wednesday, I did not work. Thursday was $293, and then Friday was $223. Now, my schedule for work is Tuesday through Saturday mornings most weeks. I did have to take off 2 days last week because it was the week of my son's birthday, and I had to prepare for the guests that I had coming over for his party. So in order to make this a good cash stuffing and actually stuff all the envelopes that I wanted to, I did need to supplement my income because this amount from my daily income is only $655. So in this second stack of money, this is $211. This is going to be from, I mentioned earlier, I get a tip out from bartending. Usually I allocate the entire month and then do a cash stuffing at the end of the month. I'm going to go ahead and take what I've already allocated for half of January and use it in today's cash stuffing. And then I will stuff the rest later on. This is $211. So this last stack is going to be the rest, the $134, the rest of the $1,000 that I needed. And if you guys have not seen the video where I count my savings challenges, I will link it above. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to reinvest that money into myself, as they say, and I'm going to use it in today's cash stuffing. So I might be over explaining myself a bit, but I do want to be transparent with you guys before we get started. Now, that being said, let's go ahead and get this money counted. We will get organized and we will get stuffing. Alrighty, y'all, again, this should be $1,000. Now, this is actually my second time filming this video. Unfortunately, I got about halfway through the first time and realized my camera stopped recording. So if I get paranoid and stop the video, I probably edited it out, but I might be checking my camera periodically, just so you guys know. Let's go ahead and get this counted. We have 1, 2, 3, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 87, 20, 40, 60, 88, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 99, 10, 20, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000. So $1,000. Now, you may notice that my setup is a little different. I did retire the pumpkins finally. They were up for far too long. I did go with a more simplistic approach today. I just have the candle up there. But I did order some new stuff off of Amazon, which should be coming in the next couple days. I should have it all out by the first cash stuffing of February for you guys. I do want to give y'all a new setup. This one has been up for way too long. And I'm excited to get a fresh startup here. Alrighty, y'all, so let's go ahead and get straight into bills. Now, You might notice that some of these amounts are gonna be less than normal. I wanted to, because I'm so far ahead in some of these envelopes, my goal is to be, several months ahead for my bills. I am so far ahead right now that I wanted to devote that money towards other envelopes, but I am still trying to get very far ahead in rent. So I'm gonna keep this one at 300, which is what we're stuffing today. Let me go ahead and do 2 of these hundreds, and then I'll do 5 20s, 20, 40, 60, 81. And let's see, that's 1, 2, 20, 40, 60, 83. In rent, we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 20, 40, 60, 80, 4, 20, 40, 60, 85. So 2,500 now in rent. Up next is my subscriptions, and I am throwing $5 in here. So I'm going to put this 5 back. I'm going to grab a 10 instead. We have 1, 20, 40, 50, so $150 now in subscriptions. In cell phone, I'm going to put $25. Let's do, I have a lot of change up there, but let's go ahead and do 2 20s. I'm going to put 15 back and grab 40 instead. Now in cell phone is 1, 2, 50, 70, 90, 3, 10, 30, 50. So $350 now in cell phone. Electric is getting 30. So let's do 2 10s and let's do 2 10s and 2 5s. 10, 25, 30. 10, 25, 30 going into electric. It now has 1, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 50, 65, 71, 2, 3, 4, 5. So $275 now in electric. For childcare, I am adding 70 to this envelope. Let me go ahead and do 3 20s and a 10. So 20, 40, 60, and 70. And that brings childcare now to 1, 2, 3, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 10, 25. So $625 now in childcare. Next up is internet, and I'm throwing $5 in here. Let's do just a $5 bill. And internet now has 1, 20, 45, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. $150 now in internet. Y'all, I got my taxes started. It's too much. I miss the days whenever I just had a regular old 1040. Now that I have this channel, things are a lot different and I have to file things differently. And I'm so bad about not saving for taxes. But that's going to be something I need to work on this year because I am a little lost right now, to say the least. Dental insurance is going to get 5. I'm going to put 5 ones in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Dental insurance now has 20, 40, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have you guys started y'all's taxes already? I know I'm pretty far ahead. Like, I know some people haven't even gotten their W-2 yet, but I wanted to get a head start because I knew that it was going to be a little bit more complicated than last year. But I was looking online earlier trying to figure out how to expense some things that I've spent money on. And it's a lot more complicated whenever you have to like keep receipts and keep track of like what's an expense, what's not an expense. But I'm going to do better about that this year. Health insurance is getting $5 as well. So I'm going to pop a $5 bill in here. 51, 20, 40, 60, 75. So 175 now in health insurance. In investing, I'm just putting 50 in here. I would love to put the 250 that I've been putting in here, but it's just not in the budget this week. I'm going to do 2 20s and a 10. Now, this money is getting invested towards any future necessities that my boyfriend and I have, or if we just need to invest in something, that's what this money is going towards. We have 1, 2, 3, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 87, 20, 40, 60, 80, 98. So $800 now in investing. All right, so a total of $495 went into bills. Let's go ahead and get into cash envelopes. Now, I don't have any 1s or 5s for my challenges, so let's get straight into groceries. Gas is fully funded at 30 bucks. Let's go ahead and throw 75 into groceries. So let's do 60, 70, and then 5 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get this counted. 20, 40, 60, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I recently made some bread from scratch, which I'm so proud of. New level unlocked because I love to cook, but for some reason, just activated yeast is my enemy. I don't know what it is. I just can't figure out, like, is it blooming? Is it active? Is it alive? I have no idea. But I made a bread all by myself. It's like a sandwich bread, and I'm so proud of myself. It's actually, I was wondering it looked different on my hands while I've been cash stuffing. It's because I took my bracelets off while I was like kneading the dough. And I just realized that's why I feel a little exposed right now. But I do have those bracelets. They should be listed in my Amazon storefront for you guys. That is in the description box. In fact, most everything on here should be listed down there, including these envelopes, these binders, this tray. So if you ever want to find anything from this setup, you should be able to find it in that link. Personal spending is getting $25 this week. So I'm just going to do a 20 and a 5. And then in date night, I am also doing 25 bucks. My boyfriend and I haven't gone on like a date in a while, and we're going to be hanging out this Sunday together, and I'm really excited. Let me go ahead and put, I'm going to put 30 instead. I'm going to throw that 5 back up there and do a 20 and a 10. And that brings date night now to 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 50. So 150 now in date night. Skipping over Sam's Club. Now, I mentioned in my last video that I am seriously considering getting my son a snake. And so this envelope currently is for our geckos. What I'm thinking is, in order to purchase all of the things associated with the snake, the tank, the hides, the habitat, the actual creature itself, I am going to budget it for a few months to get the money. It's a pretty big upfront cost, so I want to go ahead and budget it out. I'm eventually probably going to make this a reptile envelope. Right now it's just for our leopard geckos, but I'm going to start putting money into here to cover those costs. So $25 going into my Zora envelope. Let's just do a 20 and a 5. Zora now has 20, 35, 40. So $40 in here. I was completely against the idea of getting him a snake a few months ago, and he has just worn me down with his cute little face, my son, I mean. But he's just such a good kid. Like, he does really well in school. He listens. All his teachers rave about him. He does his chores. He's just a good kid. So he deserves to have things, and I just love him so much. So he's getting a snake out of me against my better judgment because I don't love the idea, but he deserves it. So up next is tithes. I'm going to put $10 in tithes. Let me just go ahead and throw a $10 bill in here. It now has 20, 30, 40 bucks. So a total of $160 went into cash envelopes. Let's get into my short-term sinking funds. Now, if you're starting your budgeting journey, if you've recently started your budgeting journey, I mean, congratulations. It's going to change your life. It's going to make your life so much easier. But there are a lot of terms that get thrown out in the budgeting community. Short-term and long-term sinking funds are a couple of them. So if you're kind of confused about the topic or the subject, what short-term sinking funds are, they are categories that you save up for within a year's time. So some of the big ones, some of the most common ones include Christmas, birthdays, clothing categories are usually in there. I myself put my car insurance in this category because I pay my policy every 6 months. So versus it being a bill, for me, it is a sinking fund because it's something I save up for, not monthly, but semi-annually. But these are things that are not included in your bills and your cash envelopes that you would like to save up for. So that is what the short-term sinking funds means. It is within a year's time. Getting into my short-term sinking funds, Christmas is up first and it's getting $25. Now, I saved the same amount last year, so I saved $25 a week in 2023, and there were a couple times that I think I stuffed it extra, but I saved about $1,200, maybe $1,300 last year, and it was a really good amount. That should be the same case this year, unless again I overstuff them in like my bonus tip outs or whatever. But it was a good amount. It tended to be a good amount for me. So a 20 and a 5 going in here. That brings Christmas to 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, 100. Up next is, what are we skipping? We're skipping a lot of these. So we're skipping all of these. Now vacation, if you guys stay tuned for that unstuffing and bill swap, I will do a placeholder swap for vacation because I'm going to be putting this money into the bank. But getting into, what are we doing? Home decor, all the way back here. Home decor is going to get $6. I'm going to put a 5 and a 1 in this envelope. That one now has 6. And skipping over car registration, getting into my car insurance, we're putting 50 in here. Let's do 60 instead. So 3 20s. That brings car insurance now to 50, 70, 90, 110, 30, 50. So 150 now in car insurance. Back to school is getting skipped, but sports and clubs is getting $25. Now, my son goes to karate, and that's what this envelope is for. So let's just do a 20 and a 5 as soon as I can get this one fixed. There we go. So a 20, actually, you know what? Let's do 2 10s and a 5 instead. Get rid of some of these small notes. Did I say 2 10s and a 5? I did do that. Okay, great. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 95, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. So 100 now in sports and clubs. Lastly, in this binder is my self-care envelope, and I'm putting $10 in here. Let me just do a $10 bill. And that brings self-care to 20, 30, 45, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 50. Okie doke. So where short-term sinking funds are within a year's time, long-term sinking funds are those that are past a year's time. So these are these long-term investments that you invest in. For me, they include my Roth, my son's envelope, which I'll be investing in for the next 9 years, is also in this binder. Things like a new home, a new car, those are all included in long-term sinking funds. Now we're going to skip over, in mine, we're going to skip over the first 3. I did get these backwards, but in dental fees, I'm going to throw $25 in here. I've been procrastinating this envelope. I hate the dentist. It scares me, and it's always so expensive, but I really need to get some work done. So I'm going to go ahead and throw $25 in here. Let's do a 20 and a 5. Dental fees now has 1, 2, 3, 50, 75. So $375 now in dental fees. Skipping over the next several envelopes, we're going to go ahead and get into one of my savings challenges, which is my emergency fund. I'm saving $24 a week for the year 2024. So that should be 4 1s. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's do 2 10s. So $24 going into my savings challenge, which again, these are going to get consolidated whenever I do that consolidation video very soon. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 85, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $96 now in my emergency fund. And this is actually one of the things, so this money is going towards the emergency fund in my bank. One of the principles that I really appreciate about Dave Ramsey is the fact that he advises people to have 3 to 6 months of expenses saved up, because you really never know what's going to happen. And you want to have that emergency fund there just in case, you lose your job, or you have a medical emergency, or, your car breaks down, what have you. That is why I am saving this money up myself. In Roth, I'm going to go ahead and throw $125 in here. Now, I have until, I believe, April 15th to save for the year 2023. I do want to max this out, which for last year, it was $6,500. I am still working towards that. $125 going in this envelope. And that brings Roth now to 1, 2, 3, 4,000, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5,000, 1, 2, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 85, 95, 4. So 5,400 now in Roth. Next is my son's envelope. He's getting $25. Let's do, I think I want to do 30 instead. I have a ton of 5s in here. So a 20 and a 10. And that brings his envelope to 1, 2, 3,000, 5, 6, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 95, 7. So 3,700 now in his envelope. All right, that should be $30, which is going into my Saveopoly challenge. Let me pull this out. And let's go ahead and erase this and see what we are putting in next week. So again, we were on Save 30. So next week we are, let's see, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're putting $35 into next week's cash stuffing. I didn't know if I was actually going to be able to stuff all $30 this week. I mentioned that to y'all last time, but we have 10, 15, 25, 30. I was able to do it. I'm very, very excited. Got the whole thing. Now, honestly, it helps to do it this way because I feel like before, whenever I was like doing leftover, I would allow myself to put more into my other envelopes instead of putting it into my savings challenge, or my Saveopoly challenge, I mean. But this kind of forces me to put that extra money in there. I'm really curious to see if I'm going to end up saving more by the end of the year because of this method. But we'll see. You guys definitely follow along because we're going to find out if this is going to work. But that is going to do it for today's cash stuffing, you guys. Thank y'all so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please give a like down below, and I will see y'all in a future video. Thanks so much. Bye.